Hello, I'm Michael Krigsman, and we're here in Orlando at Sapphire Now 2013. And I'm speaking with two gentlemen from DFB. And DFB is the German National Football Association. So tell me a little bit about DFB and what the organization does and about your roles.
Michael, thanks for having us here at the beginning. As you already mentioned, the DFB is the German Football Association and is the governing body for football in Germany. And by the individual numbers of its members, it's the world's biggest sports federation, with about 6.8 million members across all over Germany. And we are headquartered in Frankfurt. And beside this, we have 26 regional associations, which are spread over all over Germany. And I personally work as a program manager on a project which is about to implement an integrated sports solution with the help of SAP.
Fantastic. And Ralph, tell us a little bit about your relationship with SAP and about the specific solution you're implementing.
SAP is since the beginning of the year, our premium technology partner. And so we are very happy to have a strong partner on our side to implement our focus projects, that's CRM and ERP. And my role in the DFB for implementing it, I'm IT coordinator and dealing with IT infrastructure and the IT operations.
So it's primarily CRM and,
Yes.
and ERP.
Correct. We started with CRM, it's already implemented, and then we will have HANA Enterprise Cloud as well, and also an SAP ticketing solution.
Now, how many people does the company employ? You mentioned that you have about over 6 million members around Germany. How many people does the company actually employ?
The DFB employs actually more than 200 people, I guess it's 220 to be honest.
Now, why did you decide to go with CRM and ERP?
So what we did was we had an internal analysis with the aim of replacing our ticketing software. And during this analysis we found out that we have several customer data stored on several places and not linked to each other. And therefore we identified there as a restricted access to customer data. And as a result of this, we also identified that there's no link between sales department and finance department and no interaction at all. And the third thing we find out is that we have a highly amount of external service providers within our organization which are taking care for our processes. And that was something we wanted to change through an integrated system which enables us to serve our customer better, our fans better.
Mm-hmm. So when you say ticketing software, you're referring to selling the tickets?
Selling the tickets and also the after-selling service and the information, ticket alerts, things like that.
And what was the problem that you wanted to solve with these solutions?
As Daniel mentioned, we had definitely our headaches with integration of data from our providers. When you look at the ticketing, we never had a complete data exchange between ticketing sales and our internal ERP systems. And of course, our customer records were stored on a central position and our other applications didn't have a chance to have access on it. And so the whole picture we will implement in an integrated solution. So hopefully everything we have on the screen is now implemented. Yeah?
So when you had data in these various systems and the data was not connected, what kind of problems did that cause? Why was that a difficulty for the organization?
Well, first of all, it was a lot of manual work we had to do. It was a problem regarding the interaction, the collaboration between our sales department and the finance department. Work hasn't been very transparent and efficiency at all. And yeah, that causes our idea to implement something new.
So how are you doing this, Ralph? I mean, were they using, abacuses and paper, or were they using spreadsheets? What were they doing?
Yeah, that's one side of the picture Daniel mentioned, and the other side, imagine you as a customer want to have a problem with your ticket delivery, and you just call in to the DFB and coming to the ticketing guys or to the finance guys or even our telephone switchboard, and that's not a good idea for having a call center for customers.
So there was a significant impact on your internal operations because it was slow and must have been expensive and kind of sounds painful, actually.
Yeah, and as already mentioned, it was a lot of manual work.
Why did you choose RDS?
To be honest, as a football federation, we have not been experts in choosing enterprise applications. So we hired an external consultancy partner, and we did an analysis together, which lasts about 6 months. And during this analysis, we found out what our roadmap should be, and we also did a bidding process to finding the right solution, the right provider for us. And yeah, what we identified were 3 things. We wanted a solution that is quickly to install, because we already did this analysis for 6 months. We wanted to start quickly. As we are starter with enterprise software, we wanted something that is scalable. We want to start small, and by the time we have to improve our processes, and then the software has to grow with us. That was something important to us. And the third thing we identified was that we needed a solution that is pre-configured. We don't want to waste all the time by setting up the system, and we want to start quickly and want to celebrate quick wins, and that was our strategy in implementing the software.
Yeah, and we are IT guys, like to have a guarantee that things are running in a certain time frame.
So Daniel was saying that you were not experts in choosing this type of software. So Ralph, from an IT standpoint, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the RDS implementation process, and where are you today with it?
We have a dedicated project team from SAP working with us, and so at the moment we are discussing how it's going to a productive hosting and things like that, but the initial installations are finished. We have implemented CRM. We have a first campaign that's live, and we have a first installation of an ERP system, so we are right in the middle and are really in time, and that's definitely a benefit of this RDS implementation for us.
So CRM is live already?
Yes, that's right.
So that's exciting.
Yes, it is. As Ralph already mentioned, we started a campaign for ticketing sales 2 weeks ago. It is still running, and yeah, the response is quite good so far.
And response to what exactly? What's different?
Well, the first time in our marketing history, we are able to communicate directly with our customers. We can see the response, we can see the click rates, and we have the ability to have a report on this, and this is quite new to us, and this is something we will use to learn in the future.
So you're seeing, so in a sense you have a dialogue, a new type of dialogue going on with your fans.
Yeah, that's true. And this is also possible done in the first campaign to address several target groups. For example, the ticketing event we promoted will take place in Cologne, German city, and we addressed almost all fans who stay in Cologne and around Cologne, and this was something personalized, yeah.
Daniel, so you've now had the experience of implementing CRM. You've had your first taste of results with the campaign that you were describing. You're in the middle of implementing ERP, and to me, that makes you kind of an expert. So, what advice would you offer to other people like yourselves who want to do this, and what would you teach them? What would you suggest?
Well, first of all, it's important to be aware that a lot of work at all. At our association, employees have to fulfill their daily tasks, and so I would advise to make sure that there's enough capacity and the right people in the project team. That's one advice I would give. The other thing is it's very important to communicate to all stakeholders of the project as well on a work level, but also on a committee level, and that is quite important to a project. Another thing I would say it's quite important is to celebrate quick wins. Go doable steps in the project and celebrate quick wins. As I already mentioned, we had those pilot campaign, which was our first success, and we communicated this, and yeah, people get aware of our success, and it's important for the motivation of the people.
So communication, executive support, and showing quick wins to give the organization feedback.
Yeah, and also have the right people in place.
Make
sure you have consultants which are experts in their field of work. Yeah.
Ralph, how about from an IT perspective? What advice would you give to others who are doing the same thing?
From an IT perspective, I would recommend to design the right-sized packages you can deliver in a certain time frame. Don't integrate all applications or third-party products you have in your infrastructure. Just focus on, in our case, the CRM with a target first campaign, and do your learnings, and so go in loops when it's running stable to go to the next interfacing another data pool and whatever you have in your company. That's one thing, and make sure you have your service levels agreements right from the beginning, so that you have a optimal support for the operation, which starts pretty quick with the RDS implementation. So from implementing to going live, it's a very short time frame, and you should have things in place when it starts.
So keep your integration simple.
Right.
And do it over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good advice. And then manage the project and manage the resources accordingly and the expectations built into the SLAs.
I would recommend this.
Good advice. Gentlemen, thank you very much. I am Michael Krigsman. We're here at Sapphire Now 2013 in Orlando, and I have been speaking with DFB, which is the German National Football Association. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.